give anything away.
You already did it.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to go beep beep.
Yeah, do the beep beep.
Hey, hello.
Oh, you're lively today. Welcome to this episode of What Flicks Podcast, episode 83, I believe. So, I'm Susan Ayers.
Patty Smith.
Lon Shima.
George Sanchez. Ooh, that's loud.
Okay. Patty is incognito tonight.
Yes.
You know, she's like a mystery woman. You know, we haven't seen her for, she's been in these other locations that we don't know where she is. And now she's incognito. She's a woman of mystery.
Yeah, really.
Anyway, so our movies this episode are Weapons, The Visitors, Superman, and Thunderbolts. So we're going to start with my movie, I think.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Weapons.
Or Warriors.
My movie. Okay, so it's Weapons 2025. It was written and directed by Zach Kreger. It was starring Julia Garner as Justine, the teacher of the class there's a class that disappears, right? Josh Brolin as Archer, one of the parents of the missing students that is really, really giving Justine a hard time, right? Also, Amy Madigan, who I actually had a hard time finding her thing, although I thought she was a definite, very important person in the movie. Her personality was great.
I was actually shocked it was her. I kept thinking, is that Rhea Perlman? No, it doesn't look like Rhea Perlman, but it reminds me of Rhea Perlman, right? And I did not know it was Amy Madigan until the end credits.
We used to sing together.
What? Yeah, she's a
really?
singer.
Yeah,
she's
we
a
were
singer.
called the Whiteheads.
I'm like, never heard of her.
Wow.
Well, she's married to,
his face?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, she has tons of personality and she brings a lot to the screen. She plays Gladys Lilly, who I thought made the film. I thought she was great. She brought a lot of humor to it, even though she's really the scary person. But okay.
As she mumbles that out.
She's but adds a lot of humor to the chilling horror film. Excuse me. One morning, Justine, the school teacher, walks into her classroom, and all the students, except one, Alex Lilly, who's played by Carrie Christopher, they're all gone. Everybody's gone. There's nobody there. They're all absent. People initially turn on the teacher, right? They think that she's somehow involved in it for some reason, which never was clear to me.
Right.
She's as dumbfounded as everybody else, right? I don't want to give anything away.
You already did it.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to go beep beep.
Yeah, do the beep beep.
Spoiler.
I don't even do
Spoiler.
it. But this is the story. It's sort of a mystery horror picture. Like what happened, and as it's unfolding, it becomes a horror story, right? So,
Sounds like my genre.
it's the reaction of the people in the town is almost as creepy as the film. Do you know what I mean? It's like they
It's so close to real life.
yeah, yes. Even though I don't usually pick horror films,
No, she does not.
no, this is not my turf, right? But this one never bored me for a minute. I was sitting in a theater that was of Arctic temperature in a pair of shorts, right? So, and
Sounds like
I think the
heaven.
movie's kind of long, if I remember. It was like, but I was freezing.
Well,
No,
you're
apparently it
freezing-
wasn't that long.
When you're freezing to death, time doesn't
A
go
little
fast.
over 2 hours.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah. 2 hours and
I'm
8.
thinking of a different movie then.
The movie does not go in a straight line.
Thank God.
It kind of veers off.
It's
to
like Memento.
here.
You follow different people's
Yeah,
perspectives.
it veers off to here, but somehow it all comes together. Now, how it comes together, I think it's kind of weak. They don't really explain it. They explain why it happens. They don't explain how that is done.
Okay.
Right? So, other than that, I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. I was really, really surprised that I liked it so much. It seemed to me like it was I'm a big murder mystery person. It was almost like that. Like,
It does work as a mystery.
Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah,
it really
yeah.
does.
I don't know,
so
I
it
didn't
was
see it.
kind of like what happened and who done it,
Yeah.
right? And why.
Well, basically, what's happening? I don't understand what's going on.
Yes. yes,
Children have disappeared. That's it.
Something is going on.
Yeah.
And like I said, the reaction of the people is almost as disturbing as what's going on.
That's what really makes good horror movies. Is that it's so true to life what would probably happen with the average person that the horror part that they make up, it doesn't even touch it. I didn't see it. Lon, it's your turn.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I wish I had. I was dying
okay.
to see it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Next.
Next.
I used to say to Bob, next.
Next.
I had sort of odd reaction to it because, see, at first, I'm at the theater, same thing. Because this is a brand new release, so it's only
Right.
playing at the theaters currently. So it's like, okay, I'm watching it, and then I would say, like, I'm trying to take it in, it's opening. But within 30 minutes, it's just people talking about this, the incident, which is intriguing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here's a teacher, students don't show up, what's going on? Then they have like a PTA kind of meeting, and, parents are getting up and saying, oh, she knows something. She said something to these students, and da-da-da. It's like, well, like I said, you're not revealed anything, so you really don't know. What I do like is she does show concern, right, for the one student who did show up. But he's sort of been quiet, and the police even are saying, no, just stay away from him. Teachers or the principal or whatever are saying, stay away. He has enough. He's a kid. He doesn't have to deal with this. Because both the child and her are brought in by, to be interviewed by the police. And you just see this visually. You don't hear their interviews or anything like that.
So the first 30 minutes is when you're trying to gather information.
No, as soon as you walk in.
Well,
you know what I mean?
no. It's that because, like she's saying, I'll sort of blow it. They cover characters. So the
Right.
first character you see is her, the teacher, Justine.
So you get to know
The
her.
second character is, like she said, the
boy.
Josh Brolin.
Oh.
The movie
character.
starts with they're having a assembly meeting.
Right.
So the incident has already happened, and then we'll go back.
Yeah.
in time.
So then it's Archer Graff. But see, like I said, you're seeing it from their perspective when they talk about the one character.
Right.
But it isn't till like about, I want to say 40 minutes. Because I actually was sort of trying timing it because this is where I would actually turn it off if I was watching
Yeah.
it at home. It's like, okay, you're not going anywhere.
It's
Nothing's
like,
happening.
Get to the point.
Then
I know.
something very jarring happens when both the first two characters that you know of, something jarring happens, and then boom, it's like, okay, now we know something weird is going on. And I think or Patty's right about that. You can't really say too much because it keeps unveiling. So it's a layered movie.
Right.
So I just tell people if you can hang on, because I understand it. I mean, the Justine character and what they're showing, it's like, okay, I don't care much for her character.
Right.
Now you've got me bored about who cares what happened to the kids.
That's not good.
So exactly.
That's not good after 30 minutes.
And then they even introduce this one character who is like, oh, he seems like a nice guy, da-da-da, right?
Right.
But then that's what I mean. After each character that you see them from another perspective and they're telling almost the same story, but from their perspective. And all of a sudden, oh, I see this differently now. I see this differently now. And things are going on. I will say this. I thought the writing I didn't think was strong, but I thought the director did a really good job because I think you're right, Susie, that it's sort of entertaining. But like I said, once I got to that 40-minute point, then it's like, oh, okay, now you have my attention.
Right.
And then now I'm sort of almost in suspense as, okay, what is going on? Just get to that point.
So would you say, Lon, at the 30-minute point, you should go to the bathroom, go get your popcorn?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
actually, I did do that. Actually.
Exactly.
Take note
She
of that,
missed that
people.
when she missed
But
that good jump
you
scare.
cannot miss that one point because once you miss, if you come back before 40 minutes, because if you miss that one thing, you're going to you're gonna really miss, I think, what hooked me.
Right.
Right. And that's what I mean. It really hooked me because it's so startling. And they were using all these sort of stupid techniques about the jumps. You know how all of a sudden
Jump
something,
scares.
yeah, exactly, that type of stuff. So as it goes along, it's like, okay, now I agree also that I wasn't really crazy about how it ended. I liked sort of where it went, at least towards the ending, but it's like it almost seems unsatisfactory. The thing I thought was interesting is that it actually did disturb me.
Really?
I was because I see the movie, I go, and then I'm in bed, and it's like, oh, that was so weird. That was so,
Right.
I'm thinking us in bed. So it had left an imprint on
Yep.
my head, and that's what I mean. That's effective filmmaking, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Whether I like it or not,
Right.
whether it's too disturbing. So there's something very odd about it, and I don't know why. And I agree with you. I think Amy Madigan, I think is a great actress. I really
She
like
really
her
is
a
a
lot.
great
I think
actress.
she
she's-
stole that show. She was
but
like,
she was so bizarre because, like I said, you're just every time she's on screen, you laugh because there's something very cartoonish about this character, and they use that cartoonishness in like dream sequences for other. Actually, it's sort of like the weird eeriness.
She reminded me of
that it
Phyllis
has.
Diller.
actually,
She reminded me, to be quite honest, of it. The
That's
clown.
exactly
The
what I was
clown.
just going to say. The clown.
Yeah.
You know, it's a kind of a likable. She's very
Right.
likable.
But
Right.
just showing up out of nowhere, and
Yes.
is she really there, or is this a
or
weird?
is she
Yeah.
really his
Exactly.
related
yeah,
to him?
exactly.
Is it,
So, but I have to admit, I thought it was good, and it actually gets much better, I think, towards the end. Once everything sort of kicks in, it does get to me a little grotesque at certain places.
Oh, I
but-
can't wait to see it.
Oh, you think, oh, that wasn't gross.
I'm immune to that now.
Yeah, because that has nothing to do with blood. It has to do with black.
yeah,
So-
I never had to go like
Yeah,
this
exactly.
at all.
But I have a hard time explaining to people because it's like I don't really know if I even liked it or not. But I have to admit, like I said,
you
after
thinking.
the first 40 minutes, I agree. I think at least that was entertaining, and it sort of redeemed itself, So, but it is a very slow, in my opinion, a slow burn to get to the point of what happens, which I think is actually very intriguing. So I salute the director. At least his writing towards the end really sort of brings it in together.
Yeah, I actually liked it. The eeriness reminded me of a lot of those 80s horror films, like
yeah.
In the Company of Wolves
Yeah,
or,
right, you
or
said
It.
80s.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it was in the 80s.
Is
Yeah.
it the lighting that
Yeah.
when it has that lighting
Well,
type
it's
thing?
it's the way the film is, but also
But there's kids and
to me
there's
the sound of it too, the audio.
Oh, before you go on, before I forget to, what it reminded me of when I was watching this is Rosemary's Baby.
Really?
It's that kind of movie where something weird's going on, but you don't know where it's going.
You
or
can't
what's-
put your finger
right,
on it.
But yet, as it goes
Yes.
along, yeah.
What it
So,
reminded
yeah.
me of was the one with Angelica Houston with all those witches. Remember
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Witches.
That was a
Okay,
great
Witches,
movie.
because it kind of has
I
that.
love that
It had that
movie.
kind of eerie feel, and
Right.
the dryness of it. Yeah, the sound for me was like he really had that feel, really nice feel. The
also the bad guys were so funny.
bad guys.
The bad guys and Angelica.
Oh, you're talking about
Houston.
that movie, yeah, Witches,
and,
yeah.
and this one.
La, la, la,
the bad
la,
guys
la,
are
la.
kind of
Are they
funny.
giving away anything?
No, I'm talking about
They
Angelica
got
Houston.
a lot of
Witches.
personality.
Yeah.
They got
So-
a lot of charisma.
I thought but yeah, the movie does have a lot of mystery, and then this the eeriness of it. So you really, like, what's going on? What's going on? So it's like almost like a murder mystery, and then Josh, because they tell it from each perspective. They go back, they'll go back up to a certain point. They go from each perspective of different people up to a certain point. Then Josh Brolin, like, he's really upset, and then they go. He's almost like a detective.
Who is he in it?
He's one of the kids' fathers.
Oh, okay.
So because they have a meeting, they're all blaming the teacher because
Right.
every child disappeared in her class.
You had to have something to do with
Yeah,
it.
she has something- Right.
Why?
Oh, no,
Exactly.
Might as
That's
well
what I
say
think.
they might
Yeah.
have
You want
had something to do
17
with
young
it.
people around.
and all of them except for one boy. They all disappeared except for one child.
Right.
And then I think they were saying that it kind of. Some people were saying that it kind of was. They're trying to make a point, almost like school shootings, how parents behave when that kind of tragedy, that kind of trauma.
Right.
So, but
That's funny. I didn't see it like that.
I didn't see it like that either.
see
I don't
what they
remember.
call it.
I didn't see it that way either. Yeah.
But I like that he's. I mean, he was a bit of an asshole, but then when you start seeing it from his point of view, he's almost like a detective. He starts mapping out the direction the kids run and everything, and so he's.
Well, I see. At least I thought he was like a detective. He was smart to go to the other parents and
Yeah.
said, "Okay, I know you
Can I
have
see?
you videotaped.
You have the ring camera, and
right?
all that?
Exactly. Can I see? And he sort of makes something of that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty clever of him. So he's kind of trying to figure that out. They show you a couple of perspectives from a junkie, a cop, and so that was pretty cool. Kind of like Memento. But also, so I'm actually really like all that part. I was really into it. Even the reveal when you start figuring out what's going on, it still was like, ooh, what's going on? But they just didn't. To me, they didn't explain why. That was more like that was supposed to you. They explained the what, but I didn't get the why. What was the purpose of it?
Or how?
Well,
How does that accomplish?
I don't need
Well,
that.
I think they sort of did, but in a very simple way.
Yeah, you don't
Like
need
I
to know
needed
all
more.
that.
Like I
And
needed,
even the why, I think, is sort of explained, but
but I felt like I
not
needed more like and the final the last what do you call it chapter of the movie.
Right.
I needed more, not just kind of like the way it went. I needed more explanations of certain things, but yeah, I mean I enjoyed it. It really has very eerie, and so she went to the bathroom, and the first jump scare happened. Everybody in the theater was like, that's where you're gone, but that was the first couple of jump scares.
yeah,
People were like,
exactly.
"Damn."
Yeah.
So and then they're laughing in the theater because they got spooked.
It's good to know because 3 of you have explained it, and I still don't have a clue what's going on. In the
I mean,
movie.
and because for the first 3 quarters, you're like, what the hell's going on? It's just that's a big mystery. It's very eerie. It's a really good mystery. You have no idea. Is it aliens that happen here or what happened? So
my
they
little
really
mind
keep you.
would be going.
They keep you going. So that keeps you interested. And even then, once they start revealing some stuff little by little, and you're right. There's a point where when it gets really weird. I know what point you're talking about too.
Okay, yeah.
And when I was like, that was when I was like, the hell's going on here? So yeah, I would say I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Well, I thought there was also something interesting about the ever almost like zombieism. You know what I mean? When so rather than being a school shooting thing, which I didn't get that at all, right? Was also almost like zombieism, like
Everybody's just walking around dealing with it by kind of like dealing with it. The
no,
people
trying to take from the future. You know what I mean? It's like continuing.
I mean, living with your life after the tragedy. You mean? Just walking like
No.
explain yourself.
Like
Maybe you're making it
Explain to me as I'm a
the
10-year-old.
thing is, I can't explain myself without giving
Without
away
giving
part
away
of
the-
the
yeah,
movie. But if I was going to say it had actually a deeper kind of meaning, it had a meaning of, you know, how we basically, they were sucking the life out of the young people,
Who
Yes.
was? Who was?
which is the future.
Who was?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh,
They saw it.
okay.
They know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? It was almost
Which is why I said that's why it tells you why. That's the why, in my opinion. Okay.
you know, staying beyond your time.
Yeah. I'm dying to know what you graded
You know,
it.
boring time
Okay.
from the future. The future are the children. Oh yeah, that's a song, isn't
The-
it?
The greatest.
Children of the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, use that.
Yeah, it was like boring from the future. And
Okay.
so if I would have saw a message in that, it was kind of like that.
And everybody was good too. I thought the actor was solid.
Oh, well, that's
I
the one
love,
thing.
I
I mean,
love,
the
what's her
teacher,
name?
the teacher girl,
I love the
she was great.
teacher.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Because
blonde?
she's-
Is she the blonde?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's not blonde in this, she's a redhead, eh?
Oh, I thought she was
No,
blonde.
the aunt is better. Well, she's gonna wig, but yeah, she's kind of blondish.
Thank you.
No, in fact, I think all the performance, that's even the young boy,
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
effective, I thought, in this
I've
movie.
never seen Julia Gardner before.
In
I did
anything,
not
I
watch.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know who she is.
She was in
She's one of
she's
the Gardner
in the
kids.
series. She was.
I don't even know who
she
they
was
are.
in the series that it's a
Parks and Recreation, one of those type of things?
no, not like that, but a series like on HBO or
Oh, okay.
she was in a
She's
series.
not
Oh, okay.
recognized.
famous
She's not
in that.
recognizable yet.
But I thought she was great.
Okay.
I mean, not as charismatic as Madigan, because she kind of, to me, stole the show. But I thought they were a perfect balance for each other.
Well, Madigan's
You know?
character is such a different, weird
Yes,
character
yes,
in general.
yes.
Whereas everyone else is basically normal. In fact, Benedict Wong is in it.
Yeah, right.
I thought
He's good.
he was interesting
good, yeah.
in
But
it.
what I
But
also,
Josh, it was basically her character and the Josh Brolin, I thought, were the strongest because they're the ones really invested in trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Justine, is that her name? Justine.
Yeah.
She is an imperfect
Yeah, right. Yes.
heroine.
Is she a teacher?
Yes,
Yeah,
she's a
okay.
teacher.
She's an imperfect
she's
heroine.
perfect.
Although she did nothing wrong, there's many things wrong about that she could feel guilty about.
But that's not one.
Well,
of them.
classic.
But it's nothing to do
We're
with
classic,
this.
right? Classic heroine
Right.
with
And
imperfection.
so I like that. I like
Well,
imperfect heroines.
exactly, and I do appreciate the point too because this isn't a spoiler, but what happens is like the kids disappear, right? All of a sudden, she's going to the local store and buying liquor. You can tell she just has to start
She had an
drinking
alcohol problem, I think.
well, she previously I think that was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
problem, but like this principal is telling her. You know, you can't be too nice. Like she offered a ride to a kid
Yeah.
after school or something. This like said you can't do stuff like that. So you could tell she's a human person,
Right.
and that's what you sort of glom onto. I think with her character, so
You know, just
you can really
speaking of-
identify with it.
things that are so terrible is that because of all the negativity towards adults to children,
Right?
that adults have to think twice about being
Nice.
to
How it's
children.
gonna be
I
perceived.
think
Or even
I think-
offering help. to
Yeah,
children.
I
because of how it's
think,
gonna be
I
perceived,
think
yeah.
we've lost a lot, and children have lost a lot
Absolutely.
from this. So, anyways,
Grade it, Sue. Grade it.
so I really
So-
liked her.
I was going
I-
to grade it out.
I actually,
If
even
you say
though
5 or 6, I swear to God, I'll
Yes.
freak out.
I
it was
say
my
6.
movie, so not you.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah, no, I actually gave this a 6 because I thought this is a notch above what I normally just say. Okay, just watch it whether you like it or not. There's something sort of odd with this movie, and I think everyone should make their own choice about what you think of this
Absolutely.
movie.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 because I thought it was.
wow.
It really kept my interest. I say it's better than most of the horror stuff or thrillers that I've seen.
Wow.
That it actually kept me really up until the end. Like, what the hell's going on?
Well, I think the title does not live up to
It's
its
bad.
name.
What's a bad title?
Yeah, it's a bad title, right? The children are not weapons.
Oh
in
man, I
any
thought they
way.
were going to be weapons.
That's what I thought too, actually. In the
Yeah.
movie.
I had
so-
the whole
but-
movie.
But, to be
for-
quite honest, in the end, they sort of are.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see this
You're
movie.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
right. Yeah.
But the
Shows
thing
you how they
is,
can be, yeah.
I gave it a 7 because I actually enjoyed the movie. I just, like I'm a big sci-fi person, so I don't think the explanation was good enough for me. So, but other than that, the movie, like I said, I never was like bored or when is this thing over?
She
Not
says
at
that a
all.
lot with horror movies.
Yeah, I never thought that at all. I never covered my eyes once. It was kind of like
Okay, I'm not liking it so much.
okay.
I
so-
will say this: I don't think it's a science fiction movie. I think
No.
it's more of a fantasy horror kind of
Yeah,
film.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, I like that girl, Amy Madigan. Like, she just did it for me. She was great.
Well, remember, she was a musician, and she was great then.
Okay, so that ends this episode of 83, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will like us and subscribe and
Do all the things you're
buy
supposed
us
to do.
coffee if you can afford to. That would be great. It supports the show, and so we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.